Wall Street Media. This is Nikki. I'm here with Doug, and we'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can't find anywhere else.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
I just thought of a nickname contest for you, and I have a couple good candidates.
Oh, no.
But do serious work first for the people who clicked through. We've got cool stuff from the Cash Rich Stocks Conference out in San Francisco today, B. Riley, and we've got a video clip to start things off. If you want to, you can watch the whole thing at
wsw.com/webcast/BRILEYCO10. And we have a video. Jadir Lasser, VP of Sales of GSI Technology, GSIT, discusses the broad product portfolio with 19 basic product designs that create 8,500 individual products, which limit the amount of masset. He also talks about the synchronous products and the next generation Sigma Quad, Sigma DDR products.
One of the keys to our successes is the fact that we actually leverage our design resources and also our mass sets. We don't design one part for one mass set. We have a family that comes from a single design. So we actually have 19 basic designs in the company, and we leverage those into 8,500 different part numbers. So we're able to customize the part throughout the process. So we can change the part in fab through metal layer changes. Once the die is complete, through a bond option in assembly, we can change the part. Once the part's assembled up, with test options, we can change the device. And even when the part's completely done and shipped out to our customers, we have mode control pins on the part that allows the customer, depending on how they connect a couple pins, to change the functionality of the device. For this reason, we're able to limit the amount of mass sets in the company. And if you're familiar with mass sets, 65 nanometer is the new technology that we're working on now. Mass sets are over $1 million a piece. So if we can limit the mass sets, we're limiting the production costs in the company. As Doug mentioned, 19 quarters straight of profitability. So our model is working. I'm going to go through a couple of these quickly. The Synchronous family today represents about 75% of our revenues. It's really the workhorse product line for us. The applications are everywhere throughout the internet infrastructure build out, from the core routers to the edge routers. It's also used in a lot of our military and medical applications. GSI has by far the broadest product portfolio in the market space. We have as small as 2 meg all the way through 144 meg, which is unique in the market space. We have 3.3 volt and 2.5 volt like our competitors, but we have the sole sourced 1.8 volt offering as well. The next generation, this is really where the growth of the company is coming from. It's from our Sigma Quad family. Today, it represents about 7 or 8% of our revenues. By the end, or I should say the middle of next year, it will certainly be closer to 20% of our revenues for sure. This is going to the next generation, or the higher generation of the build-out. So it's still going into the same type of applications, the core routers and so on. But it's also going into some new applications that have been eluding us in the past, like servers. We haven't been in the server market, and this part's going to help us get into that market. We have an 18 meg, a 36 meg, and a 72 meg device today. 72 meg device is the largest in the market space. We will actually have a 144 meg device in the first quarter of next year, which will be the largest and first at 144 megabit.
Interesting one, Nikki. Said they have oodles of cash, and Cisco was their biggest customer for like 10 years, and they're going to be for a long time, right?
Yep.
So we like Cisco. We think Cisco is going to be around for a little while, right?
Hopefully.
Give or take.
So we're hoping.
Despite John Chambers and all his negative calls. Every time he has a call, it sounds like the world's going to end, you know? I like Cisco. I think they're booming, but and I think they're probably a great one for these guys to be working with, so they're not going anywhere. And they've got oodles of cash, Nikki.
We love oodles of cash.
We do. Who else do we have?
We have Harold Covert, CFO of Silicon Image, SIMG, announced the adoption of HDMI and introduced an upcoming product, the Personal Entertainment Network, allowing the capability to connect as many as 8 mobile devices to your HDTV at home. Other products in development include an Instaport fax switching capability and a high-def mobile linker.
Yeah, he said a lot of people want to be able to get HDMI connections and high-def on their PDAs, right? And all of a sudden I was going to throw mine out. I thought, crap, I need that. As soon as he said that, I thought, I need this. I didn't know I needed it, but now I'm totally empty without it. And I'm not even kidding. And their 8 switcher's pretty nifty, German. Got a couple HDMI inputs, right? Got component inputs and stuff. But I think the real trick is to be able to get enough of the higher end ones, right, for the early adopters, so that I don't have to, like now, I've got to use component on the Wii because that TV, that lousy TV you talked me into, German Mike, only has 2 HDMI inputs.
Buy an HDMI switcher.
I don't have an HDMI switcher. I'm going to have to wait for these guys to come out with one that can do 8. What do you have, Nikki?
James Boyd, CFO of Silicon Storage Technology, SSTI, talks about the NAND module products that are increasing in complexity and added value, including the NAND drive, which is a single-chip solid-state drive, and FlashMate, redefining the notebook user experience beyond hybrid drive. He also discusses new memory products, 26 series serial quad I/O and 34 WA series combo memory.
Yeah, the analyst that did the intro for these guys said that they've got a whole portfolio of other stocks that they own, or like pieces of other companies that he thinks were written down way too much. And he said, I think it was like $250 million. These guys' market cap is only like 350, right? So if he's right at all, you're sitting on a nice rich pile, of potential. Yeah, here their market cap's 348, and the analyst said I think their portfolio is written down to 257 million, so way too much and oodles of potential.
David Binder, CFO of Infospace, INSP, announces a deal with PetFinder.com and Pet Holding for direct marketing campaigns and building partnerships with pet affinity groups. He also discusses Infospace's Dogpile.com, which released a new search widget.
Yeah, I didn't know their business too well, Nikki, but they've got, again, oodles of cash. Like half their market cap is cash, like $6 a share, and they're trading at like $11.60. They make tons of revenue every year, are super high margins, and they work with Google and Yahoo. They do something where like their results are like meta results that show underneath, so that people they work with Google and Yahoo, but they're also building up their own search engine. I didn't use Dogpile before. I guess I'll have to give that a try one of these days.
I actually tried it today.
Did you?
Yeah, it was
what
great.
kind of results did you get?
It's actually, you get a combination of Google, Yahoo, and about 3 other search engines, so you're getting more results.
Yeah.
The most results you can get.
Was it neat?
Yeah, it was great.
It was pretty cool. They've got oodles of cash, right? $6 a share on an $11.60 stock, right? And he said they just keep making more cash. They have very high margins, profitable. So good stuff.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, and they said they've got like tax losses that they can write out and carry out, and they don't even begin to wear out until like 2018, I think he said, but sometime. So they're not going to be paying any taxes, which is a neat trick. German Mike, we got to call Sheldon and see if we can't get that set up for us. And then we've got another one, right?
Jeffrey Mack, CEO of Wireless Ronin, RNIN, discusses the digital signage market, which is more effective, more affordable, and will increase ROI. He also talks about the Ronin-Cast software suite with Master Controller, a main user interface which provides centralized control and work in conjunction with Ronin-Cast applications.
Now, this is a neat one. This is what no one knows. My one buddy, I won't say his name, okay, he wanted to start up his own company doing this, and German Mike and I had talked about doing the tech back end for him. And this is the exact idea that we were talking about doing. Maybe we'll jump in and be competitor. But in the meantime, these guys got a super big name board. I mean, you should listen to the whole webcast at the address that Nikki told you. He's got super big name people on the board, right? I mean, like the one guy just came and he's got like 20 or 30 years he was on the board at Target, right? I mean, big name people from big name companies, so they must believe in him. And he said they're growing like crazy. The number of customers they have was like tripled, and the number of displays they had like tripled, and the locations. They have a pilot now with KFC. I think they said they're in 100 stores.
Wow.
But the KFC has 5,500 stores. And so a little potential for growth there, right? And super big name companies, clients that they have. Listen to this one. And cheap stock, where are they? RNIN, Nikki?
Yeah. RNIN.
Your voice has gotten deeper, Nikki. German Mike. They're $3.75 a share, right? Market cap $54 million. They have one of the deals that they're doing will be like 40,000 displays, high def displays from if it goes through with NEC and he said it would be like NEC's single biggest one-time, single-year purchase ever. So they're really on the cusp of stuff. And oodles of potential, $3.75 a share, $54 million market cap, and they're growing like mad, man. I may add this one to my portfolio. I'll let you know if I do. It's after hours at 7:30. Nikki has total disregard for my time, keeps me here all hours of the night. So the market's closed. There's no bid ask for this right now in the after hours. But I think there's a lot of potential for this, and this sounds like the next one I'll probably add to mine. I'll let you know if we do, and we'll have a few more for you tomorrow from this evening at the B. Riley conference.
Yep. We're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at WSMCO.com. Thanks.